I already know that you got a new credit card probably about a week ago, and you're probably eyeing another credit card already. So in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly how often you should apply for a new credit card so you don't get denied. If you've been applying too often, racking up a lot of inquiries and getting unexpected denials, then this is for you as well. So go grab your pen and paper, and without further ado, let's dive in. So first and foremost, let's talk about the lending application rules, because I feel like a lot of people really don't pay attention to this unless like it's maybe Chase with the 524 rule, but I'll get into that later on. But let's go ahead and talk about how each bank has its own guidelines on how often you should apply, and you can possibly still get approved no matter what. So here are just some quick examples, all right? So let's start with the first one, which is Amex, aka American Express. American Express has the 91-3 rule. And true enough, sometimes the reps won't agree that this is real, but it's real. American Express allows you to get 2 credit cards every 90 days with a maximum of 3 credit cards total at any given time. Now, there's a difference between the credit cards where they give you limits and the cards that they don't give you limits, aka the charge cards. However, they have their own separate rules when it comes to that, but you don't have the same restrictions with the 2, so understand the 91-3 rule. The second one being Chase's 524 rule, which of course, again, reps won't always say that this is real, but it's 100% real. Chase will automatically deny you if you've opened 5 or more credit cards from any bank in the past 24 months, okay? Now, only if you've been approved and that account is sitting on your credit file. I'm not talking about inquiries, we're talking about you've been approved, it's on your credit file. And this does not talk about the business credit cards either, only personal. The next one being Bank of America. Bank of America has the 2-3-4 rule, all right? Now, they're kind of weird when it comes to this, but you can get, they're actually not weird with this. Well, sometimes they are. With the last 2, including Bank of America, it sometimes depends. It depends on your situation. But anyway, let's just keep going. With Bank of America, with the 2-3-4 rule, you can actually get 2 credit cards from Bank of America in the first 2 months, and then 3 in 12 months, and then 4 in 24 months. Again, it does vary. I have seen some outliers out there, but that's pretty much how it goes with that. With the next one, we do have Capital One's 1 card rule, okay? Now, I have seen some outliers, but this is typically how it goes as far as with Capital One. Capital One typically only approves 1 new personal credit card every 6 months, okay? So out of that 6-month rule, you can sometimes get another one, and sometimes I've seen it where people have gotten possibly 2 within 6 months, but not a lot. But I just wanted to, just tell you how they actually do it. These rules are constantly being updated and shuffled around. So again, this is just, take this for face value. You still have to fact check me, but I'm pretty sure from what I've seen, this is pretty much accurate. So always check the latest guidelines before actually applying, okay? Now, let's actually talk about the credit card requirements, okay? Even if you space out your applications correctly, you still need to meet the lender's approval criteria. This is like the foundation. I don't know why a lot of people just overlook this, okay? So here's what your credit profile needs to look like before applying. Now, number 1, have a 700 plus credit score. Most prime banks require a 700 plus credit score for approvals. Now, disclaimer, this isn't law. We've all seen people get approved with 620, 630, 650s. All right, I understand that. You can definitely squeeze a 660 or better on the personal side and still get a really good credit card and a really good limit. But you can't go wrong with a 700. I'm just telling you right now. But that's just the score. Let's actually talk about something as far as the profile itself, with the next one being low inquiries. Try to keep your inquiries up under 3 per bureau in the past 6 to 12 months, okay? This is very, very important. American Express is inquiry sensitive, okay? Wells Fargo is inquiry sensitive. Chase is inquiry sensitive, okay? So you have to make sure that your inquiries are extremely low when you go for applying. If you have 20, this is not gonna work for you. I'm just gonna tell you right now. All right, we're still on the credit profile, so let's go ahead and talk about good payment history. So that goes into detailing no late payments, ladies and gents, no charge-offs, no collections in the past 2 years, nothing recent, okay? I have seen people, again, outliers. I've seen people get approval late payments, super old late payments on their credit file if it's like 7 years or things of that nature. But I don't want the system to make an example out of you. So if you have any late payments, collections, charge off, you need to get them off. And if you're having issues, get them off. What I want you to do is sign up for the How to Credit Restoration Program, where I will help you remove those negatives without you lifting a finger. In the program, I work on your credit and I help you coach your profile so you can gear up to get these high limit credit cards. All right. So what you can do is click the link below and you can sign up for a free consultation with me. But let's keep going back to this list, with the next one being credit utilization. Guys, your credit utilization has to be below 10% when you apply for these credit cards. I don't care what nobody says. Okay. I really say pay everything off to show that you're super responsible, but just at least have it under 10% by the due dates. And then when you go apply for the funding, and you can see all that by, I'm not a fan, but Credit Karma will show you your utilization, but MyFICO will as well. MyFreeScoreNow and Identity IQ will show you your utilization as well. For MyFreeScoreNow and Identity IQ for accurate scores, those links are in the bio as well. But if your credit card balances are too high, you definitely have to change that, because it's going to definitely drop your approval odds significantly. And the last one is very important as well. I just want to let you know, it's always really, really good to have at least 2 open credit cards with on-time payment history to show responsible usage. Okay. If you go in there with no credit cards, it's not really helpful, but make sure you have at least all of your credit cards, or the minimum of 2 with on-time payment history. Okay. That's kind of gonna negate the super old late payments that you're struggling to get off. But at least you show now, like, hey, I've been super responsible for these last 2 years, etc. You know, they might not give you a $15,000, credit limit, but they might start you off with $8,000, and you can just work your way up. So this will actually help the people as well as trying to fix their credit, but they're just having struggling times with, those late payments coming off and things of that nature. Now, the next question, which is, of course, I know why you're here. When should I apply? When should I actually apply, yo? I'm trying to get this new credit card. I'm trying to show everybody. I'm trying to get the Amex Gold for some reason, all this stuff. Yeah, I hear you. The general rule is to at least space out applications every 3 to 6 months. Okay, I'm gonna say it again, every 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months. That is the golden spot. But I just want to be real with you. It does depend on the bank, but 3 to 6 months is actually what I do and what a lot of other people do as well. Because if you're applying for high limit credit cards or business credit lines, waiting at least 6 months between applications is very, very, very ideal. Trust me. Applying too soon can make you look desperate for credit, ladies and gents. You never want to look desperate to these banks and lenders, which is a red flag. I'm telling you right now, learn from my mistakes from way on in the beginning. Another key factor is having your income and banking relationship in order. So that means, again, waiting that 3 to 6 months, that means you need to make sure your credit profile is in place, and then also making sure that you're really sparking that relationship with this bank. Because if you already have an account with the bank, please, guys, use it to your advantage. Don't just not use it. Banks favor customers who have existing relationships. And I know some of you are like, I think I did it, but I'm not totally sure. So let me just give you a rundown to make sure that you're doing this so your approval odds are really good when that time comes. Number 1, depositing money regularly into your checking or savings account with that bank. If you're trying to get a card with Chase, but you keep all your money in Navy Federal, come on now, just change everything over for that time being until you try to get that credit card. Come on, free game. Number 2, maintain consistent income, okay? Lenders will look at your stated income versus your actual banking activity. If you tell them that you make $600,000 a year, but you're doing $8,000 a year of transactions, you're not gonna get that high limit credit card. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna press that submit button and you're gonna be doing this, and you don't want to be doing that. You want to walk in there confidently. Number 3, keep your debt to income ratio low. Oh my gosh, please listen to that again. Keep your debt to income ratio low. Your income should justify the credit limits you have been requesting, okay? If you have a bunch of things that you're still trying to pay off and you're thinking about getting that high limit credit card, it doesn't mesh. I'm telling you right now, you got to keep this low so you can get the approvals that you're looking for. And the next one, which I already reiterated, just making sure that you have that relationship before applying. For example, with Chase and Bank of America, guys, having that active account for 3 to 6 months can really boost your approval chances. And I'm talking about actively using it on the personal side or the business side. Show them that you care, and I promise you they will take care of you. So you can definitely avoid this by using pre-approval tools if the bank or lender actually has it. Again, whenever it's possible. Many banks let you use offers without, just seeing a hard inquiry. So if you see that you won't get approved, then don't do it right now. What you can also do is applying for multiple cards in the same day. Some banks combine inquiries. So if you apply for multiple products within 24 hours, it should be fine, aka double dipping. Now, disclaimer, I'm not talking about going to Bank of America that day and then going to Chase and you think that it's all good. No, we're talking about in the same ecosystem, the same banking institution. So with all that being said, if you want to be consistent with approvals, if you want to consistently get the high limit credit cards, then you need to follow these steps. Know where each lender, what their rules are, what they're doing, build strong banking relationships, and manage your inquiries very, very wisely. Your next approval is actually depending on this. And your next approval isn't going to be luck. It's all about strategy, ladies and gents. It's not just about that little weeble wobble 720 that you got. Apply smart and apply these rules, and I promise you're going to see the results that you're looking for. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section if you use this. If you haven't, you can tell me in the comment section. Nah, I just shotgun everything and I always get approved. You don't know what you're talking about, how to, things of that nature. I'm open to all comments, all right? I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Now go get that high limit credit card and don't get denied, all right? And until next time, ladies and gents.